Hello my loves and happy Monday! I'm Leeor Alexandra. If you're new, welcome to the channel. On this channel, every Monday, I like to share law of attraction success stories. If you're new, make sure that you join the baby elephant community, join the herd, join the tribe, join the family. You are welcome here. Before we get started with today's stories, which are going to have to do with scripting. So if you haven't seen Saturday's video about scripting, you should check that out because it's a good one. And then these are scripting success stories. So before we get into that, I wanted to talk a little bit about, last week I asked you guys if you would focus on your breathing all week. And a lot of people like that kind of like little homework kind of thing, and I was really focusing on my breathing this past week, and I saw such a tremendous benefit to my health, my mental health, my physical health by doing that. So I think that there are certain things that we should focus on every week, and when those things come up, I'm going to talk about them before the Manifestation Monday stories. So yesterday was Sunday and I was with my family and I was focusing on being really present. I had this overwhelming feeling of how fast life is moving, and when I'm with my family, I really felt that. So I just wanted to kind of slow down time, and to slow down time, you have to remain present. So as I remained present, I started to notice signs and synchronicities. Now, it's been a while since I've seen repeating numbers, but yesterday I saw the number 22 repeated everywhere. And the reason why I was seeing this sign is because I was focusing on remaining present. And I've told you guys this in my signs and synchronicities videos. In order to be able to see signs, you want to be in the present moment. You want to be super aware, super mindful, and that's when signs are going to start popping out at you. So yeah, so I kept seeing 22 yesterday, and it was really like over the top. The last time I saw it, I saw it this morning also, but last night I went to Sprouts to get some groceries, and my bill ended up being exactly $22. No cents, just $22. So that was crazy, and it was just like, it capped off a full day of seeing 22 everywhere. So I wanted to look up what 22 meant. I intuitively feel that numbers mean different things to different people, but I still wanted to see what other people were saying about it online. So I Googled it and I pressed the first website. It's called elephantjournal.com. So there's a fat synchronicity right there. And their tagline was, "It's about the mindful life," which is what I was planning on talking to you guys about today, which is what we're talking about right now. So it was just way too synchronistic. I was like, okay, this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to read all this. Like I thought, the website agreed with me. Repeating numbers, the meanings of repeating numbers are unique to the individual. But it also did note that it is the most feminine of all repeating numbers, 22, which was another synchronicity for me, because yesterday I was talking to my family a lot about how I kept seeing tigers in my dreams. I've been seeing tigers in my dreams for months now. It's been a really long time, and I looked it up, and tigers in dreams is a sign of heavy feminine energy. So there was another synchronicity there. There's also the vibration of joy, balance, and peace, which are things that I feel more and more every day. I'm very grateful to be able to feel these things more and more. Now, the website also advised that the number 22 is a nudge to surrender to universal energy, which was actually something I needed a reminder of. So yeah, synchronicities and signs are wonderful, and in order to hear them, in order to see them, in order to notice them, remain present. I feel like we're always rushing towards something. We always feel like we're living in the future or living in the past. We're never in the present moment. And life is happening now, moment by moment. So try to remain more present and enjoy every single moment. Okay, so sorry about that long rant. I hope that you got something out of it. I really recommend this week to focus on being mindful and present. Before we get into this week's stories, I just wanted to let you guys know that I heard you, and there was definitely a demand for more amulets. So yesterday, I put up 30 new silver ones and 30 gold amulets on livinglovely.com/shop. I'm going to be sending those out this whole week, and then I'm going to be putting them on hold while I'm in Japan. So if you want to have yours this week or next week, order before Thursday and you'll get it ASAP. Other than that, you can wait until I'm back from Japan, and we'll see. If I'm not sold out, maybe I'll make more. I don't know. We'll see. As long as there's a need for them, I can keep supplying them. Okay, without further ado, let's get into this week's video. It's gonna be scripting success stories, and I have so many of them that I decided to just read them to you guys this week, because when I read them in my messages, they put me in such a high vibration They just explain them so well with so much emotion, so I want to read them to you guys. Let's start with Tacky PXO. And she said, "Girls, so basically I scripted a perfect day to hang out with someone I wanted to meet from start to finish. Details with a specific guy I never met, but I knew of him. I wrote every single detail, from where we will be when we meet, to what shirt I'll wear, to what I'll feel like, and literally 2 weeks after, my friend told me we should all hang out, and turns out he was there and he met up and hung out. I went back to my notebook and I saw that I wrote everything down, from what I wore that night to how much money I'd have. I said I'd leave the house with $150 and I checked my wallet and I did leave the house with that amount. I even scripted that we would sing a specific song in the car and I drew it out and it happened." That's such a beautiful success story, such a beautiful scripting success story, and that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to talk about the emotions and the little details, everything that's going to happen, detail for detail. And it won't necessarily occur and play out detail for detail, but the more detailed you are, the more you're focusing on it, the more it will come to you, the faster it will manifest. I talk all about that on Saturday's video. So thank you, Tati, for that story. Then we have my girl Sharon's story, and with her best friend Shamia. She messaged me and said, "My dearest Leeor, on July 9th, I was at a high vibration and I wrote down 3 to 4 pages describing the type of person I want to get into a relationship with. On July 10th, I met the guy that was a manifestation of my scripting. I thought vampire teeth are cute, but I didn't write it down, yet it came true. I was reluctant to manifest his race and religion as it is important to my parents, but I felt like I was restricting myself, so that's the only part that didn't come true. So I asked her for a little bit more detail, and she explained, after 2 years of being single, I said to the universe, I'm ready to have a boyfriend. Just for fun, I did a journal entry. The fact that she did it just for fun is huge. I did a journal entry in the present tense of my ideal boyfriend's characteristics and how I want to feel with this guy. Very important. Emotions. How you're going to feel with them. She wrote down music taste, intelligence, feeling of safety, looks, etc. I forgot about this entry until a month after we started dating, and I discovered these to come true. That's an amazing scripting success story as well. You described how you're going to feel. You described everything in the present tense. And you did it for fun, so it had to come to you. It had to be yours. Third story we have is Matty Vay. So she wrote, "Hey girl, I have a scripting success story for you. About a month before my birthday, I sat down and I wrote a journal entry for the day after my birthday, writing in detail about everything I did, ate, received, where we went, etc. The day came and went and I looked back on the entry and every single thing I had written down happened. Where we went for lunch, dinner, who was there, the show we went to, the flowers my friends had gotten me, and even reconnecting with someone special." Ah, that makes me so happy. I'm so happy for you, Matty, that your birthday turned out exactly the way that you wanted it to. You created and architected, is that the word? You were the architect of your own reality of the way that your birthday would play out, and it did, and that's so dope. And the last story we have today is my girl Jackie. This is a good one. This is kind of a long one, but I really like this story. "Hey Leeor, so since 7th grade or so, I always said I want to go to a foreign country after school. Over the years, I looked things up to find ways to go either to the US or Australia, and all the years up to 13th grade, every time someone asked what I will do after school, I said that I want to go to another country for a year. So one of my best friends did this thing called au pair. I heard of that before, but I prefer to do work and travel. So after my last exam in school, I went to a 2-week trip to Greece, and one day after I came back, my friend took me to one of the meetings for being an au pair. That was in the beginning of June. At the end of the month would be my graduation. So I was convinced to be an au pair so I could spend 1 year in the US. And I always said it would be awesome if I could go to a family with gay parents or Chinese background. It was the most spontaneous thing I've ever done, and after 1 month, I already found a family, and they were Chinese, and by the end of August, I was in the US, in San Francisco. But here comes where everything gets crazier. I had tons of problems with that family and was so unhappy, but your videos motivated me to change that. At that point, I already had been beyond grateful for everything I got. So I started to journal while I was in the process of finding a new family and wrote down what I want for my new home. At the same time, I was totally grateful for everything that I had. So she practiced gratitude as she was scripting. So she would write something like, I either want to go to New York or Los Angeles, and I was grateful for being in America, for having such nice weather, and being close to such an amazing city, and a lot more. During the process, I had a few wonderful families from New York, and I journaled the whole time, always the same things whenever I had time. She ultimately wanted to be in Los Angeles. And then I got one family from California, and it ended up being Los Angeles, and now I'm with them and I got everything I wanted. I have one of the best locations, the family is awesome, and all the problems I had with the other ones are perfect in the new one. I have 2 cute dogs that I also take care of, which is also something I manifested. Everything is just wonderful and I'm so grateful. It just makes me so happy to read. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. So thank you for all the love and positivity that you spread. Thank you so much for sharing this, my love. I'm so happy for you. Jackie is one of the ones that got one of the first amulets. So thank you for your support, my love. I really appreciate you. That's it for this week's Manifestation Monday success stories. I have some really good ones for next week. If you want your own amulet, make sure to go grab it. If you want to get it before late April, I'm going to be sending them out all week until about Friday, and then I have to get ready for Japan. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Manifestation Monday. As always, I love you guys so much, and don't forget to keep your vibrations way, way, way up and remain present. I love you. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Oh well, karma's a bitch.